Alright, CST versus Ilfi. Anyone's guess who we're gonna see come out first?
CST, probably. It's kind of a default. But I'm really interested to see CST play.
But hey, Sumika mirrors right off the bat.
Oh my god. That's interesting.
Well, we should expect to see high damage once anyone gets a hit. I suppose I should have said a solid confirm.
Which is not going to be easy in this matchup. They're both very good at just holding each other off.
Of course, the thing about mirrors is anything you can do, your opponent can also do.
Yeah, exactly. So they're both afraid to get close because they know the pressure that the normal weapon A can deal.
Both players quite even right now, CST with a slight life disadvantage.
Supposedly CST likes to play defensive on most characters, so if he follows up, then chances are we'll be seeing him suddenly burst out with a combo. But at the moment, Ilfi's really staying on top. He's forced a lot of panic shield responses out of CST.
Both players playing very cold. Right now,
Yeah, they're not gonna risk it.
Yeah, right now, no players with any red health to be seen. Because they restore it almost immediately.
Getting some pokes here and there.
Yeah, if either of them dare to go high heat, then even like one feather combo can just win them the game. Because this is probably going to go to a timer.
It'll be interesting to see
meta.
what they do towards the end of the timeout.
Yeah.
Or towards the end of the match.
Someone's going to go wild.
Both players keeping reasonably high meter.
You see how
Got 1
CST
minute
is
left on
the
the
health
clock.
advantage around. Now he's the one with more health. It's hard to tell when anyone actually lands hits, but with only 50 seconds left,
Yeah,
it's pretty
you
clear
get the
that he
typical
wins
Sumika chains with the opponent getting stabbed repeatedly by feathers.
it. Yep.
Ilfi losing that life by quite a margin.
He's getting a lot more desperate now.
35 seconds to go, both players relatively high meter. Very low heat.
Almost a catch, but panic shield response. And CST's got this in the bag. He's really just played the
Incredibly
school game.
solid.
Yeah.
Life lead. 10 seconds on the timer. Ilfi approaching final health bar. Both players full meter.
Nothing he can do can save him at this point.
No Axel's coming out, surprisingly.
And there we have it. You see that the health disadvantage really like rocketed up in the last how many seconds of the game once Ilfi got desperate.
And of
That's
course
the,
those signature defensive plays coming in.
That's the Japan meta. Just play the timer game.
Now we've got Iru coming out.
It's a good pick. Iru is really harsh on Sumika because those photons tend to hit Sumika right as she's doing her attack animations. But he needs to get close in order for them to land.
Very hard, very fast moving projectile that Iru has. Not only that, but Iru doesn't really have much incentive to go into the range where Sumika really excels.
Yeah. Apart from like trying to hit easier photons. But that good meter gain just means you can sit back and laser attack, use missiles, and get free damage.
You're generally not too concerned with Sumika getting meter in this matchup either.
Right. He builds meter fast enough to just use Panic Shield to respond to any combo from Sumika.
Yeah, not only that, Sumika's ranged hypers aren't too great, and even if Sumika does launch a full screen beam, you can just launch your own right back.
I don't know if CST will counterpick this, because this is definitely like a very harsh matchup. I'm not sure if he just singularly plays random, or we'll have to see on that regard. Really nice
the result of this, because right now the outlook's not looking very good for CST.
Yeah. Ilfi's maneuvering really nicely to avoid the close range feathers. Every time CST misses a hyper, that's a really big deal, because that's just free extra damage for Ilfi. He uses the mine hyper there instead of the laser, which is interesting. I'm not sure what the plan was with that. There's another miss, so any second now.
But generally he's not too afraid to spend meter given the current meter.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Because rockets will feed meter if he uses them with the hyper. And he's just looking to play defensive, because he knows he's already got like a really big health advantage, so he's using mine hyper just to hold CST off, like prevent any engages. I think he's got this one in the bag. Good catch, but can't follow it out.
Of course, once again,
Getting desperate. Very close now.
Staying just outside optimal range.
And that's it. Or at least it is for me. I'm not sure if you're saying something different, because the stream tends to do that. Ah, no. So 1-1.
Yep.
I'm expecting a counterpick here.
And we have Tsih.
Oh, see, that's really interesting. So, I'm guessing the logic there is the invisibility means that Photon Beam is like a lot worse. Though, Iru does actually have good options against Tsih in Invisible. He can angle the shotgun omnidirectional, so like, you know, the 8 main directions, and catch out Tsih who's trying to approach with that. Oh, and I know that CST likes to play an interesting defensive Tsih, so we'll have to look out for that.
Judging from all Japanese footage of this matchup, Tsih generally doesn't care about any of Iru's missiles.
Oh yeah, missiles don't do much. It's
So they're also content to just throw out bendy beams, throw out that beam wall.
This is what I mean about CST's defensive Tsih. He doesn't choose to go in like trying to get those rock chains. He'd rather just wait it out and catch them with a nice rock drop.
That being said, Iru's photon rifle does cut through rocks.
Yeah, it's defense. Oh, snipes him there with one thrown rock.
Of course, given enough rocks on the field and given the auto aim, you can't cut through all of them at once.
Right. And we see CST kind of just maneuvers around the arena and tries to make sure that he can catch Ilfi out with one of them. Slowly but surely he places them around.
CST right now maintaining the life lead.
He loses it there to a typical Iru combo with missiles and hyper.
Yep.
But he's playing it slow, he's not gonna let that get to him. Any second now he's going to release those rocks that he's got organised.
Of course, when you play Iru, it's quite easy to heat up.
Yeah. Every move with dashing and photon beam means that you do have to really watch your heat here. He goes for the neutral hyper, but Ilfi's already like miles away by that point.
Yeah, hard to say what the goal of that hyper was. Ilfi right now just seems content with the meter lead he's got. Although the life battle is very close right now, it's hard to tell who's in the lead. for the axle there, but not landing it, unfortunately. CST now heating up to very dangerous levels. But of course, time is going to run out. Giving Ilfi another point.
Alte versus
Alte against
you.
Iru. Now this matchup doesn't tend to go well for Alte. Iru's main plan of attack just throwing out the photon rifles. Responds to the panel with fat missiles and laser hypers. Doesn't destroy the panel though. Out goes the panel, but CST does have the mid lead. Immediately resummons the panel.
So we see here that as soon as the SLP's out, Ilfi gets desperate, he's spamming the rockets, which only feed meter for CST.
Not only that, but CST is keeping the panel pretty safe by keeping it out of the arena.
Exactly. And I really like that every time he turns on SLP, he does it right after his melee charge, which seems like it doesn't mean a lot, but it maneuvers it out the way so we can't get immediately destroyed. At least I think that's what he's doing. Genocide
Going
bomb.
for a raw nuke.
Very desperate, but
This point,
no, that's not going to do anything.
I guess deciding to go out with style.
That equalizes it and places us back to 2-2. That means we're going to see Alte again next game.
And there's certainly no shortage of those this tourney.
Surprise, it's another Alte.
Hime.
That's a pretty good pick, I think. It's one which can just force the pressure onto onto Alte by locking her against the wall with special weapon B crystals and just denying any kind of like engage or setup.
That's fair. Earlier we did see very much the same thing.
So the only issue with this matchup is that if he can't get rid of SLP, then Hime doesn't have many options for missiles except for her laser.
The crystals do clear, but they are a bit RNG and they can't clear from the sides either.
And we see Ilfi has to heat up a lot, which looks like it's placing it right into CST's hands. He misses the dash hyper. Melee hyper.
CST now with a very sizable life lead. Gets the panel shock into the melee.
Oh, he just finishes him with the dash.
Finishing it with the panel shock, not really caring too much.
Really showing how Alte can be used well in this tournament.
Lalo, take notes.
He's been learning from the champ.